Without question, from the point of view of the monastery, of reason and morality, his own life, Narcissus's life, was better, more correct, stable, more orderly and exemplary. It was a life of order and strict service, a perpetual sacrifice, a constantly renewed striving for clarity and justice, very much purer and better than the life of an artist, vagabond and rake. But seen from above, through the eyes of God, was the order and discipline of an exemplary life, the renouncing of the world's sensual pleasures, the distancing from dirt and blood, the withdrawal into philosophy and meditation better than Goldmund's life? Had man really been created to lead a regulated life whose hours and functions were announced by prayer bells? Had man really been created to study Aristotle and Thomas Aquinas, to master Greek, to repress his senses and flee the world? Had he not been created by God with senses and urges, with pits of blood-stained darkness, with a capacity for sin, lust and despair? It was around these questions that the abbot's thoughts revolved when they dwelled on his friend. Yes, and perhaps it was not only more childlike and human to lead the life of a Goldmund. It might be greater too, more courageous, to abandon oneself to those cruel currents and confusions, to commit sins and accept their bitter consequences, instead of washing one's hands and leading a spotless life, set apart from the world, instead of planting a beautiful, harmonious, intellectual garden and promenading without sin among its carefully tended beds. Perhaps it was harder, braver and nobler to roam the forests and highways with ragged shoes, exposed to the sun and rain, hunger and privation, playing with the pleasures of the senses and paying for them with suffering. I think it was.